How do we get this low? You come over and we start a fight. Never know who's wrong or right. Feel nothing when you go. I know it's not intelligent, drinking for the hell of it, but that's irrelevant now. We should talk about us. How come we're holding on? Cause really I don't see the benefits now. When you've broken my trust, so I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a drug to me, I can't quit. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new, just a pastime. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you. I should probably let you go. I know I can be cynical, make everything difficult, but it would take a miracle now to fix our problems. How come we're holding on? 'Cause really I don't see the benefits now. And you've broken my trust, so I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a drug to me, I can't quit. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new, just a pastime. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you. Why do I fall back to you? Why do I fall back to you? Fall back to you, fall back to you. Why do I fall back to you? Why do I fall back to you?
Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. My name is Dan. This is Tweet FEV. And we talk about FEV stuff and 3D printing and, just about everything around. Everything that we can think of and more. How is everybody doing? It is morning for me. Coffee. It's a must-have. Ruby Moon coffee. It's so good. 4 p.m. there, says Lawbart. How you doing this morning? Over in the chat, man, you guys are blowing it up, man, way before the stream even started. House FEV, first again. Congratulations. Athix, second. First loser. Congratulations. Robbie Store, my FEV brother from Switzerland. Thank you for coming out today. Get some tunes going here before I forget. House FPV is building a 3-inch Apex. I have an Apex HD. It's got to be one of the best design. It's like one of the best frames I have. I really wish I'd fly it more. Fortunately, it's got that big old DJI air unit in it, and I still get those SD card too slow errors. DJI for not fixing that. Big old FU for that one. Bork, how you doing this morning? Thanks for coming out today. Rob Logan Jr., good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope the holidays are treating you well. Hope the holidays are treating everybody well. I know they're really not quite here yet, but I'm off of work for quite a long time, so it is all good times over here. Rick Zapata, thanks for coming out today, man. I don't know if you had a live stream yesterday or not, but sorry I missed it. Family's in town and family things are happening. Dial up, set an alarm, 8 a.m. Sunday. Yeah, I have to set an alarm for this, but I like being here. Mike Bergman, how you doing? Oh boy, thanks for everybody who's coming out. Brandon Baked Beans, won the bot coin for the long range challenge. You know what? Once I heard you submit a video, I knew you'd win it too. I apologize. I haven't had a chance to watch your long range edit. So I made a comment on a live stream a while back that I think long range FPV videos on YouTube are fairly boring because it's a lot of just, you know, it's basically DJI drone in the air. So Brandon's been specifically making edited videos for me, and you know what? The one I've seen, it was great. I definitely need to check out the new one you did. I just didn't have any time yesterday, but that's awesome. But congratulations on winning a bot coin. Hopefully you don't have to drug test anywhere if you get a job, because you might pop positive. Get that contact high. I'm just kidding. That's awesome though. More an upshot. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for coming out today. Market Zero, how are you doing? The SD, so, sorry. Brandon Baked Beans commented on my SD card slow error. He says weird, some people have it, some people never get it. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. If I drop back to an older firmware on the air unit, it goes away. Come to the newer stuff. Basically, once you go to that 50 megabit per second firmware for DJI, I get SD card error. I've used every SD card that DJI recommends, and I've used some really, really expensive ultra high-speed SD cards. I still get it. And I have 2 air units, so I'm able to troubleshoot, and they both do it. But they won't do it if I drop the firmware back to back when it was only 25 megabit per second. So, yeah. Brandon Baked Beans. So, question. Did you win the bot coin off the one you made for me? Because if you did, I mean, you're welcome. Sometimes you need that push. It's awesome. Yeah, mountain surfing videos are freaking amazing. Every time I watch one, I'm just like, there's no mountains here. There's a landfill, and that's about it. That's awesome, Brandon. Mike Bergman, I've never touched the firmware on my air units, just the initial setup. Well, it depends on when your initial setup was. If your initial setup was not too long ago, then you're probably on newer firmware. I don't know. It depends. Dial up 50 megabytes per second isn't really that fast either. That's weird, but it's not. The 50 megabits per second is the transmission from the air unit to your goggles. This is the writing to the SD card on the air unit is saying it's too slow. It has nothing to do with the 50 megabits back and forth between the two. It's something that they borked in the firmware, and it really screwed it up. Ricardo Ferreira, how are you doing this morning? Can you describe the big rig you have hanging on the wall and how much it costs to build one? I'll do you one better. Let me go grab it, because that's about the only time I ever use it. Hang on. So this, as you can see, is an X-Class. This is a 4-inch long-range drone. Just a little perspective there. So this is my X-Class drone. This thing's swinging 13-inch props on 400 kV 4214 motors. Right there, just spinning it that much creates quite a bit of a breeze. You can really feel that. This is an iFlight frame. It's all iFlight electronics. iFlight PDB, iFlight Twin G, F7, FC, PDB, 8S ESCs, all from iFlight. This one is set up on 8S, so I run 2 4S 5 amp packs in series to get myself to 8S. Lots of LEDs from Tiny's LEDs. This thing is brighter than the sun. I'm using anti-spark. I forgot what these connectors were called. AN 150 is what it says on it. I don't know if that's the right the right terminology for it. But this quad is about, it's probably about $1,000 to build something like this. If you want to use better electronics like APD ESCs to get 12S, you're looking at least, I think they're about $100 a pop. This is not a good frame. It's very hard to work on. The bottom of it isn't flat, so you can't mount a battery to it without like really screwing up the battery. So I actually had to design and 3D print a PETG spacer to mount to the bottom to be able to strap my LiPos to it so I can get them flat. And I just put them side by side, so I have like a bricked layer of LiPos on this thing. But it's interesting to fly. Oh, look at that. There's a relic. An OG run cam Eagle, full-size run cam Eagle. And believe it or not, I'm running R9 on that. It's been a while since I floated. But yeah, it's about $1,000 each. Actually, Banggood sponsored that build. I don't think they got a single penny ROI on it, but yeah, they paid for it. I don't really care. But flying an X-Class is like flying anything else. It's I don't know, it really is no different. It's like flying a sluggish quad, except for when you see your shadow on the ground or you fly by yourself, then there's a little bit of a pucker factor. But that is what that thing was in the background. The only time I really fly it is for like demonstration purposes, for like schools, or just when I want like spectators to be able to see what's going on. Landfill surfing sound like a bot grinder thing. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Let's see. Morton Upshot, curious about ELRS EP1 heavy model issues people have been currently have problem getting my EP1 to communicate with my FC and my quad, only happening on one of the 3 machines. It's most likely you have flashed the wrong firmware, which these receivers are dumb. They'll take whatever firmware you throw at it. 2, you have it wired up backwards, because most people, when they have issues with this and Crossfire, they're swapping the TX and RX pads the wrong way. Or 2, you're using the wrong UART pad, so you may be hooking one wire up to like an S-bus or an inverted pad. Ain't gonna work. Or 3, or 4, I don't know where we're at, I forgot. Yeah, I think that was it. Those are the main issues. But Morton, if you wanna troubleshoot this, hit me up over on Discord. For anybody else in the live chatosphere, if you want to get over to my Discord, head to my website. Go to the bottom. There's a Discord invite. A lot of cool people in there. Or if you want to be one of the really cool kids that help support all the shenanigans I do here, consider becoming a patron. Patrons have a few benefits. They get early access to a lot of the giveaway links. Like today, we're going to be giving away four of these King 2004 motors. This is a FPV crate, Sub250 crate. These are some pretty cool looking motors. They got kind of that OD green look to them. We're giving away one of these kits. This is the FPV crate, Sub250 crate. If you want to get a hold of one of yours, head to the link at the bottom and go ahead and sign up. It's everything you need and no BS, no filler. But one person is going to win this today. If you haven't found the link, go back to that video and find the link. The links are in the video, not in the description, so you got to find them and you got to hand jam them in. Or if you're a patron, I put the link. I'll put the link in Patreon, so you just got to click the link. So it's a benefit there. Also, I do a monthly giveaway. I run it over on Patreon, but it's open to everybody if you get a hold of the link. You know, this month is a big giveaway. I'm giving away a eSheen Shadow Fiend long range 4-inch quad, HD. It has a DJI Caddx Vista in it, or has a Caddx Vista in it. Giving away a FrSky QX7 with an Express ELRS 2.4 gigahertz module, like this guy here. And to top it off, a set of DJI digital FPV goggles. If you want a link early, head over if you want the link early, head over to Patreon and sign up. Oh, let's see what else we got today. Oh, yeah, big deal. So the wrong screen. So the initial argument for race day quads versus the FAA in the Supreme Court has been made public. You can, or their comments were on the December 16th. You can click this link here, and I also have it in the video description to listen to the comments. It's about 30-40 minutes long. It is interesting. It's getting hot in here. So initially, it sounds like they were just kind of beating up RDQ's lawyer, and then they questioned the FAA's lawyer, and they were not pulling any punches. It's gonna get interesting. Race Day Quads is still looking for donations to help fight the FAA. They have a GoFundMe. Link is in the video description. And what I'm going to do today is any super chat that comes in, I will match that donation to their GoFundMe. And honestly, well, so here's the deal: is YouTube takes 30%. So if you want to donate, don't do it here. Just go directly to that GoFundMe. Go donate. But if a super chat does come in, I will match whatever comes in here. Or if you donate through PayPal, link is in that tweetfev.com link. I will match that. So this is something important. This is, and for all you guys outside the U.S., believe you, whatever happens here, it's gonna happen there. Trust me, it's gonna do it. So if you guys haven't watched the video, go back, listen to it. It is some very interesting stuff. Morton Upshot says, bind's just fine, just hit or miss with control of the quad. I'd be looking at a wiring issue then. Because nothing should be intermittent. It's Darts. How you doing, Crabtree? How are you doing this morning as well? FPV nerds, that is all of us. L. Leston, how's it going, my friend? Let's see. Brandon McBeans, the inverter S-bus pad shared UART will cause the EP and other to fail into bootloader mode on power on FC. Yeah, but ExpressLS does have a way to invert the inverted inversion for inversion with an inverted inverter on inverted UART for inversion. Inversion. Thanks, FR Sky. But there, yeah, ExpressLS does have a way to work around that inverter that's built into an S-bus pad. It can invert the output signal from the TX pad to the RX pad, which is the S-bus, so it'll actually, you can use it. You can use that spare UART. Or you can do what I had to do, is I had to bust out the STM32 F405 data sheets, find a pin on the MCU, and solder directly to it, because they didn't break out a UART on the board I was working with, because why would they? Oh, let's see. Crabtree says the new CRF Nano receiver only works if your module has one of the latest updates on your module. Let's see. Brandon McBeans, the EP for me ended up having an issue where it would stop after a while, but they fixed the issue. The LED dim bright. Okay, yeah. So that you can troubleshoot a little bit with that LEDs. There is ExpressOS 2.0 out there. The very early days of ExpressOS, there were a lot of bugs in the firmware. If you're still using the original firmware that came on that EP receiver, you definitely want to update. Oh, Brandon Baked Beans. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing some shit, bud. But you would know that if you're a patron. Yes, Mike Bergman, you are correct. You heard that right. Complete, ready to fly DJI long range setup, everything but lipos and a charger. I will say disclaimer. The goggles are used because that's how I do shit around here. Use stuff is as long as it's vetted. It's good enough for me. It does have the iFlight patch antennas along with the Omnis. The radio is used. It's run at Edge TX. The quad is new. I soldered a Beta FPV 2.4 gigahertz Express ELRS module to it. It's already bound, ready to go. Everything's activated. You literally have to put a LiPo on it and go fly. You should probably learn which switches do what first, and hopefully you're a Mode 2 flyer. If you're not a Mode 2 flyer, I got no time for you. Let's see. Morton Upshot, I'm still trying to figure out the pattern. We'll bind and control quad 25% of the time. I boot up. Okay, so here's another thing. You have to have your radio on. You don't have to, but I recommend you have your radio on before you plug in your quad. If that Express ELRS receiver doesn't see the radio within the first 20 seconds, it's going to go into the Wi-Fi updating mode. I've seen a lot of people get confused, like, hey, this thing does not work, but they're plugging their quad in, waddling back to their radio, turning the radio on, getting, there's a throttle, throttle not at 0. Okay, we're going to do that, and it never binds. It's because that receiver hasn't seen your radio, and it's went into Wi-Fi updating mode. That causes a lot of issues for people. Brandon Baked Beans tweet is feeling in the Christmas spirit today. Not today. I've been planning this for about 2 months now. This has been 2 months in the making, but yes, definitely in the spirit for December. We went with a smaller giveaway last month, just a whoop to kind of offset the cost of this stuff going out today. Eric Allen, how you doing, my friend? And YouTube did the thing with the jumpy stuff. You can see what I got going on over here. I have one screen set up in a portrait mode here. I've got my my live stream view and my OBS. You can't really see it because I can't split the two screens. Over in the center monitor, I have my Discord chat up here. We're in the live stream chat section, along with your YouTube comments. And then over on the right, this is my kind of like my workspace, like where I show you what's going on in the world. Let's see. Lots of troubleshooting going over there. It's Darts 999. Hey, tweet. Went to flash the T-Motor F7 Mini with Betaflight 4.3. After flashing, it said I need a 10.7.1 configurator, but that's what I was using. Is there a Betaflight config for 4.3 that isn't official? So there were two 10.7.1 configurators, I believe. There was one for like older 4.3 nightlies, and then there's one for newer 4.3 nightlies. The two are not compatible. If you're flashing new stuff, go to the Betaflight configurator wiki, download the newest version, because that's probably why it's not working for you. And actually, let me take that back. So no, the configurator you need is 10.8, not 10.7. 10.7 is for everything before 4.3, but 10.8 will work with 4.2 and older, but you need configurator 10.8 is what you need. And that's what you need, 10.8. I've been confused by that message before. It says I need 10.7 configuration, but you need 10.8. Let's see, Crabtree, if you're having trouble with Crossfire update your module with Agent M. Yeah, I got kind of boned at the flight field. It's quite a bit of a drive to get out there. Got there, powered up the quad, powered up the radio, and it said firmware update. Hit firmware update. It says can't update firmware. Use Agent M. I didn't have a laptop. Kind of boned for the day. Really sucked. Use goggles. No big deal. Smells like Dan. Actually, they're not. They're not. Yeah. Jeez, where are we at? YouTube did the stupid scrolly thing. Where are we at? There we go. Brandon Baked Beans coming in with the configs for the unified targets. Now let's go to the configurator. I always have a hard time finding. I always have a hard time finding the configurator. Here it is. Here is the nightlies. Definitely read through the descriptions and make sure you're picking the right thing, because there are lots of different versions. Oh, here we go. This is the mess that's going out to one lucky person. It's right here. It might be telling you that because it doesn't know that there's a newer version. It starts. I'm not sure. But yeah, here's what it is. I believe these are V1 goggles. You know, let me grab them. Let me double check. Pretty sure they're V1. Yeah, definitely V1. V1 goggles, iFlight crystal patch, a couple aftermarket Omnis, a brand new Nebula Ishin Shadow Fiend long range, 2.4 gigahertz Express ELRS module, and a QX7 Access version running Edge TX. Receivers already hooked up, bound, ready to rock and roll. Rob Logan Jr., thank you for the $5 super chat. Let's get on this donation train started. Oh man, of course, Darts beat me to the punch. Just reading the following for me, please. Just read the following for me, please. Rob Logan Jr. is greater than Darts. Oh man, you too. Glad to have you here. Morton Upshot says, I'll take a boring video of what it's doing, and she thought a model match issue, but I have model match off. It doesn't pan out. All right, yeah. Take that video, dump it into the live stream chat there on Discord, and we'll let the crowd see what's up. Oh boy, YouTube did the whole jumpy thing. Current JW morning, folks. Countdown to the end of the year is quickly getting to single digits. Oh, jeez. I haven't even kept track, but yeah. Crabtree says 4.3 is 10.8. Yes. If you want to use 4.3, you need 10.8. But the 10.8 configurator will work for older firmwares. Some of the features won't work, like motor remapping and motor direction programming. That stuff will not work with older firmwares. Whatever. But you don't need to have two different configurators on your computer. Another cool thing about 10.8 is it does a virtual configurator, or virtual flight controller. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. So I have no flight controller connected. I have virtual mode. I can connect and I can dick around with this thing as if I have a flight controller hooked up. It doesn't save anything, which is kind of annoying. I really wish it would. Well, actually, it looks like it is. Yeah. There's some things that aren't really fleshed out, which I kind of wish they were, like where you could actually see like what the PIDs would change to. But then again, remember, this is still beta, a beta configurator, so things don't quite stick. Anyways, kind of a cool feature. Athex says it's bad to have stuff on 357. No, 357 was, I believe that was a very good firmware for like micros. But hey, if it works for you, it works for you. 357, you weren't messing around with VTX tables, so that's a bonus. Speedy Turtle, how you doing? Up in the chat. Thank you so much for coming out. Speedy Turtle, if you guys don't know who Speedy Turtle is, he is the one that is doing the Speedy Cares package. That's the give a penny, take a penny of FPV. Definitely hit up your Discord there, Speedy. Crabtree, $5. Thank you so much, my friend. So anyways, if you guys are just getting here, if you haven't seen or listened to the opening remarks of Race Day Quad's lawyer arguing the FAA's proposed rules, definitely give it a listen. It's down in the video description. Listen to that later. every dollar that comes in on this live stream, I will match, and I'm donating to their GoFundMe to fight the FAA. Listening to the comments, I have a feeling, I'm not a very optimistic person about this kind of stuff, but I have a feeling that they may actually have a really decent case here. Listening to, I assume it's the Supreme Court, talk about, it's DC District Court. So anyways, the judges asking questions of both Race Day Quads representation and FAAs, it sounds like that there's meat on the bone here. So they're looking for money. They're looking for a goal of $100,000 to get going. Lawyer time is not cheap, and this is not a cheap thing to do. They are the only ones, at least that I know of, that are actively fighting for our rights to continue flying. If you're outside of the country, I understand you're thinking, I don't give a shit. This might be a sweary stream today. I'm sorry, guys. But whatever happens here is probably going to end up coming to you. Coming to a legislation near you if, well, I mean, then again, there's already countries out there that are much worse off than we are, but it's definitely an overreach. So every dollar that comes in, I will match and create it and donate on behalf of myself and the live stream to their court case costs. Also, if you want to not have YouTube take the 30%, either just go donate directly, link is in the video description, or send it via the PayPal thing, and I'll total that all up in the end here. You know, there were so many people that I know personally that fly FPV that, you know, they complained about all this stuff during the NPRM, during the comment period, but they would not put pen to paper or, you know, clickety-clack a message or a letter to the FAA, which is really weird to me. Just, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Speedy Turtle slept like 24 hours straight. Good God, man. Are you sick? That is nuts. Current JW pulled my back playing with the dog. No gym today. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I want to, on a personal note, over in my Discord, Borked, he lost his furry little friend this week. I'm sorry, my brother. It's always tough, but you'll never forget. But you can always find another furry friend to give a home to that'll help fill that hole. But yeah, it's never easy. Oh man, but stupid YouTube did the jumpy thing. Patio Patterson, hey, how you doing, man? It starts. Thanks, Brandon Baked Beans. Yeah, Brandon Baked Beans, huge contributor over on my my Discord channel. Always a huge help, and one of the guys that I really lean on to help people out when I'm not available. And the dude knows how to tune. It's like that scene in The Matrix where the guy's watching the green scrolly shit going down the screen. That's what he does with black boxes. He's just like, okay, I see it here. Yep, it looks like it's flying good. No, that flies bad. I can, like, he says he can almost picture how the quad flies watching the black box, which is just crazy to me. It starts, says he listened and was impressed by our lawyer. Yes, he is our lawyer. If you fly FPV, he is your lawyer. You should support him. Was not impressed. Not impressed by our lawyer. Did you listen to the whole thing? Because I was not impressed in the very beginning when he was making his opening remarks. I wasn't really impressed at the end, but I was impressed with the court and the questions that they had for the FAA, kind of leaning on what the opening remarks were from the lawyer. But yeah, Current JW says those judge asked some good questions of the FAA. And I'll be honest, like the questions they asked got me thinking like, oh, I didn't even consider the things that the judges were asking, how that applies to our everyday life, or, you know, as far as FPV goes. But yeah, Crabtree, I sent my letter to the FPV. If you're watching this and you didn't send a letter to the FPV, to the FAA, I mean, I get it. So I think a lot of the reason why people wouldn't do it is because you had to put, it said name, like you had to put your name in there, but a lot of people just put anonymous, which is fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird how many people will complain about this, but not do anything. Just be like, man, okay, I guess I can't do this anymore. It starts, if I sleep 6 hours, I call it a good night. Yeah, that's about where I'm at. I usually go to bed about 4 a.m., wake up 9 or 10-ish, pound a cup of coffee, go for a run, try to make it back before I self, and get on with my day. Borked, yeah, no problem, man. Coming from someone who has a ton of dogs, and we've fostered a lot of dogs living here in the South. The South is a horrible place for dogs. I feel bad for you. Speedy Turtle says a comment on FAA thing. I'm sending you $5 via PayPal. Thank you so much, my friend. I will definitely be totaling this all up at the end. He was a rescue and had heartworm. I was hoping for longer. Yeah. Down here in the South, dogs have parvo. If you don't know what parvo is, good God, don't look it up. It will scar you for life. If you have any shred of a soul, it will. We'll get like a batch of like 5 like golden lab puppies. Of course, they pump them full of wormer. They give them to you. They go and they all over your house, and then they keep getting skinnier and skinnier. You take them back to the vet, and you go to pick them up 2 days later, and like, oh yeah, 3 of them died last night, and it's because of worms and parvo. And the South is horrible for it. Morton Upshot RDQ has received the lion's share of my addiction because of their FAA case. Yeah. I definitely shop at RDQ Preferred. That is my #1 retailer. For one, they're sticking up for our hobby. 2, they stick up for their ideals. And 3, he's a veteran. I'm a veteran. We try to stick together. And plus, they give me a pretty good military discount, so why not? They're also I also have an affiliate account with them. They are a huge supporter of mine with the FPV grip business. They place orders monthly to sell my grips, and every bit of that is just like unbelievably awesome. Words cannot describe it. Well, I'm sure they could if there was somebody who was a little more articulate on this side of the microphone, but that's not this guy. Yeah, one of the things that the lawyers brought up, or the judges brought up, is like, why is the FAA going to regulate what I can fly on my property? Like, they kept bringing up, like, a couple thousand acre ranch. Like, why is this guy having his data, his information available to be monitored 24/7 without just cause? Of course, I'm not doing it justice. If I'm telling you guys, go and watch it. If Bardwell and Ciotti really care about this hobby, they will donate their super chats this week or today to Race Day Quads Fund. I know Bardwell has probably donated a ton, but this affects us all. It starts when our Tweet FPV and Brandon Bean's going to do a live stream collab. You know what? That'd be a cool idea. I've thought about doing collabs with a couple people. I can't figure out the technical aspect of it. I'm sure it's not that hard, but there's a lot that goes into it. But yeah. It starts at how it's Valenti got his start. Yes, it is. It makes for a fast run. Yeah, I don't run very far. I'm kind of a bigger guy. I like running. I'm not out to set any distance or speed records, but run 2.5 miles like 3 days a week. That's kind of what that's my maintenance schedule. I do have to weigh in semi-annually at work, so gotta watch what I do. And as I'm getting older, I need to do more. Crabtree, I wish I could do more to help fight the FAA. Best I can do is educate new pilots. Yep. Speedy Turtle, parvo is terrible. Yeah, it is awful. Oh my God, so many people lost a dog to parvo. That is terrible. I love flying through the legs of my Imperial Walker Black Lab. That's awesome. Bitterroot FPV, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, they can beat parvo, but it's a rough journey. Especially when all the other stuff that typically comes with parvo, because they're already, if you got parvo, they're probably already in bad health. They're going to have heartworms. They're going to have intestinal worms. You know, it's nasty, nasty stuff. We have one dog here, Mary. The dogs aren't here. The wife's upstairs, and the dogs are hovering around her. She had heartworms. She was in pretty bad shape, but she's doing pretty good. I tried going for a walk run with her. She gets about half mile, and she's like, I'm done. But then again, this is Alabama, and the heat outside is set to nuclear all the time. Crabtree, I'm affiliated with FPV and Get FPV, FPV Cycle. Get FPV kind of treats me like crap. You know what? I have an affiliate account with Get FPV, and it has never worked. It has worked once. And I've had people buy stuff specifically to troubleshoot my issues, and Get FPV is just like, go f yourself. I still have their affiliate account up, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah. I hate to send with them there words things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no shit. Because the feds are pure effing evil. Rob Logan Jr. Thanks so much. No, dude, don't cut your hair and don't shave your beard, because the big beard thing is the deal, and you want to look like, you don't want to look like you're put together. You want to look like you're it's kind of that Jerry Springer effect. Like, you want to watch and go, I'm doing better than this person. I'm just kidding, Brandon. I got my hair cut this week. The barber is a absolute butcher, but it's cheap. It's $10 a day, $10 a cut. So I can't complain too much. It'll grow back. Crabtree calling out Bardwell. Yep. Why not? Why not? Fose documentary should educate and help our cause. I would hope so. That was a pretty awesome documentary. Hopefully it does get into the hands of Netflix and get out there for the masses soon. Dial up. Nope. It's not. It's not even that. It's for dumber reasons. Yeah. Athex says I preferred RDQ and FPV Cycle. I really like FPV Cycle, but damn it, everything's always out of stock there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Crabtree. That's kind of the exact same path I went down. I'm like, this is the link I used. This is the dude that bought it. Here is his invoice. I'm sending it to you. Here is my history. Nothing's there. WTF? Like, what's going on? Why is this not working? It's Tarks. Really? That sucks. Maybe that's why RDQ usually has stuff in stock that nobody else does, because nobody's buying from them. I don't know. Bork, I have to keep the beard, otherwise I have no chin. Owen Jr., I haven't got my hair cut since before lockdown started 2 years ago. Holy shit, didn't know it'd been that long, actually. My hair is so freaking long now. Yeah, I can't do the long hair thing. Yeah. I used to shop at Pyrodrone a lot. They really kind of jerked me around on a deal with the grip business. I won't shop from them anymore unless I absolutely have to. Bob Rugi made some comments on Facebook not too long ago that basically echoed my concerns. So it's not just me. To me, it proved that it's not just me. It's not an isolated incident. So I mean, Pyrodrone, they sell their stuff. I mean, shipping's, everybody always like, oh, Pyrodrone has the best shipping. They're so fast. I'm like, no, that's not them. That's the fucking United States Postal Service that was getting you your package in 2 days. That wasn't Race Day Quads or Pyrodrone. The only thing they can do is process the order and get it on the truck quickly. That's it. The rest is out of their hands. FPV Cycle, out of stock. That should be their tagline. FPV Cycle, out of stock. of the stuff that you really, really want. Yeah. Current JW shaving right now. Taking about 2 inches. Gotta be clean for Christmas. Yeah, I gotta shave every day. Keep the hair short. Weight in check. Yeah. It starts, says they've always been good to me, including warranty returns. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying that they're bad 100% across the board. I've had bad dealings with them, and just like anything else in life, just vote with your wallet. You know, like I've had some warranty things, like had an Emax Baby Hawk HD that I bought from them, had 2 plugins and it died, 5-volt regular. They said, yeah, we don't deal with return, we don't deal with warranty on that. You'll have to contact Emax. It's like, oh, Jesus, really? The thing's like a week old. They're like, nope, get bent. They did provide the email address to contact Emax, which was nice of them. But I asked them, what's the point of buying locally or domestically, you know, within you know, supporting my local hobby shop, if the one reason I shop from you, other than availability, is customer service, warranty returns, and you don't deal with that. She's like, it's just, there's lots of manufacturers that won't let us do warranty returns. I'm like, okay, how many other retailers are that? And she sent me a staggering list of retailers that will not let them. It's not that they won't let them do warranty work, they will not reimburse them for warranty repairs. So like if I had this brand new quad, the board died on, they're one of those manufacturers, and PyroDrone sent me a new flight controller or a new quad or replaced it, they would not get reimbursed from the retailer. In this case, it was Emax. And the list of stuff they sent me was really shocking. I've talked to my rep over RDQ, and they said, yeah, basically it's the same thing over here, but they will be in that email chain, and as soon as they don't help you out, they jump in. They have to let the manufacturer try to right the wrong first, which I get, but I don't know. It still kind of sucks. It's like there should be an asterisk next to every product that's sold that's like that, saying, we do not handle warranty returns or repairs on every product that they don't do that. Just so you know. Man, we got off on a weird tangent here. Vendors have nothing to do with shipping speed other than just getting on the truck. Bob has been bankrupt, almost been bankrupt a few times. Yeah, I bet. Gargola Conrad, that's a new name, I think. Thanks for coming out today. PyroDrone has screwed me big time on a Tango 2. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you know, like I've had top-notch customer service with RDQ, and then I'll say that, and I'll get like 4 people say like, oh, they you know, they fucking they didn't help me out at all. I don't know. It depends on how you come at them. Like, catch more flies with honey than vinegar. I don't remember how that saying goes, but yeah. Shit, I bought a one wheel from PyroDrone. That one. I bought a freaking one wheel from PyroDrone. Of course, I used my military discount, which I don't have anymore, and a bunch of Pyro bucks, so it took about $1,000, or it took a couple $100 off of it, but still. Dial-up. I used to work at the Source, Canadian Radio Shack. Tons of companies won't let us deal with warranty. Yeah, it's something I didn't really realize until I found out the hard way. Yeah, and I think it's not retailer and manufacturer specific. It is Emax across the board, Betaflight across the board. You know, I really need to dig up that email. Give me 1 second here. I am curious who was on that list. Oh boy, this is not going to be easy to figure out. All right, here it is. TBS, Emax, Hobbywing, Orca, and Newbie Drone are all companies that prefer to help the pilot directly, and they tend to be pretty quick, helpful, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so at least those 5 companies officially do not let the retailer assist the customer, and they will provide assistance directly. And now you know. And now I lost my chat because I closed a window. Gosh darn it. Where are we at now? Let's see. Bork, important info, not a tangent. Yes, you're all right. You're right, Bork. I'm gonna call you Granola Gonad. I don't know why. That's just what I see when I see your name. I dealt with Surge himself, and he still screwed me. Yeah. Been my experience as well. Eventually, we got it straightened out. It only took like 8 months, you know. Oh, man. Newbie Drone is absolutely the worst at customer service. We'll never shop there again after getting into hobby $1,000 purchase from them. That is, man. Everyone's being super nice to everyone there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing all these negative, experiences really suck. But I mean, that's what you remember. You remember the negative stuff. I remember some very positive ones. iFlight directly. This thing. This thing we were talking about earlier, this X-Class quad. I went through maybe 4 ESCs on the number 3 arm. They would arm fine on throttle up. It would be fine until you got about to 25% power, and then it would fry an ESC. I replaced 4 ESCs and 2 motors, a PDB, and a flight controller to try to track down what the heck this problem was. I still think it was the PDB that was frying the ESC. I have no idea how. I have no way to verify that. But parts were not purchased all from iFlight. Some were, some weren't. iFlight refunded me for every ESC that fried the PDB, the flight controller, and a motor. They refunded me all of those parts. They refunded me more than what it was that I purchased through iFlight themselves. It took a while. Yeah, you know, it's like I send an email, wait 24 hours because they're on the other side of the world from me, so email times are a little slow. But very, very impressed with the customer service from iFlight. Now that I said that, there's going to be 30 comments that say iFlight sucks, just because that's just the way it works. Try to remember the positives. That's all I got to say. Kathleen Watson. These types of comments that I get, I typically find are spam. I'm going to put you in timeout. I hope it's unjustified, but there it is. Those types of comments are kind of what I get after a video is posted, and it's usually to like dating websites. It's really weird. Athex says, I tagged you in a e-drone poll. Where is an e-drone poll? I don't know what that means. What is e-drone poll, Athex? Let's see. Looks like the hot end on your printer is borked. What happened, House? That's no good. I got a bad tattoo. Our line from Pyrodrone sent them a few pictures, and they sent me a new one. Yeah, that's awesome. It's probably one of those manufacturers that they're allowed to make warranty claims against. Those are the brands to avoid. If they don't let the vendor handle warranty. Yes. I do have to say that when I've had to do warranty claims through those other companies, I have gotten results. I've gotten desirable results. A little slow. I definitely made me wonder why I bothered purchasing it from retailer A versus retailer B, because there's no difference. It's just who's got it in stock And who's going to get it to you? Because the price is the same. Like, most of these prices are locked because of those retailers or those manufacturers. So, I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. House says, so question is, do I replace the heating element or just replace the hot end? So it's the E3D V6. Prusa uses a custom heat break on those. What is wrong with your hot end? Did it stop heating? Is that I must have missed it. It says its element is borked. Here is the picture of the borkitude that he has posted. From the pictures there, it doesn't look too bad. I don't see... there's your thermistor. I don't know. It says it's leaking. It's pretty typical if everything's not tightened down properly. I'm sure you already know this. Heat that sucker up to 280 and then give her a good crank. Problem with the E3D hot ends is there's no support on the side of the heater block. So when you go to tighten it, you're turning the whole hot end, not just the nozzle and the heater block. That's why like the Slice Mosquito and the Fetus Dragon and Firefly are so much better, is because they're anchored in and you can't rotate them. I do have this. I can't remember who was selling these, but he sells just these metal parts here. And then you print the handle out. And what this does is it allows you to get in there and hold the heater block while you stick your wrench in there and pop the hot end loose or tighten it up. So this is a way to hold the hot heater block without removing your fingerprints and without damaging the heat break. Let's see. Who buys from Rotor Riot? I bought foam for my goggles, and it sucked. After I saw like their glowing review of this foam, like, oh, this is the best thing ever, blah, blah, blah. It was absolute garbage. I don't know. Who does buy from Rotor Riot? Somebody does. Somebody who wants to buy a ready-to-fly Cinewoop buys from them. Just heater cards should be 24-volt one. Buy from Rotor Riot now and then. Yeah, it depends on if it's something they have that I'm looking for. They did have something I was looking for that nobody else did, and I bought it from them. And it was weird that they had it. I think it's because nobody buys from them. That's why they had it. I've always had very good experience dealing with Banggood customer service, except for the fact that when you want something replaced, they're going to offer you, we'll give you $2 credit on a replacement flight controller. And you always have to say, no. Never take the first offer, because it's, I'm assuming it's a cultural thing, just the way they deal with things like that. Just be like, nope, I want a replacement. And they'll be like, all right, send us pictures of it in the quad. If it's a flight issue, like send us a video on YouTube of it doing the issue. They just want to verify that you actually have it. You're not trying to scam them. And they have always delivered as long as they can get a hold of the product. If they can't get a hold of the product, they'll say, look, we don't have this. We don't have a projected return to stock date. What do you want? Do you want a credit? Do you want a different product? You know, but keep in mind, the communication's slow. I send an email around 2 o'clock at night. They send me another email at 2 o'clock in the morning. I send it at 6 in the morning. I'm not getting a reply till 2 the next day, because of the fact that they are not, you know, same area. You know what I mean? Crabtree says, iFlight handled my return well. Awesome. That is good to hear. Yeah, so far, pretty good comments about iFlight. Positive Pyro is they get the package to USPS faster than others, I've noticed. Yeah, same with RDQ. Both are very quick at getting your order processed and out the door. I've had orders get processed at 9 at night from Race Day Quads, which I'm like, geez, people are still working? That's awesome. Yeah. So a big change of things with the way they've handled, like shipping times have gotten longer in like the last year from RDQ and Pyro, because here's something they were doing wrong, is they were sending things with lipos through USPS and you can't send batteries through USPS, you have to send them UPS ORMD if the battery is not installed in the device. So if I send you a quad like this with a battery separate to it, like this in the box, this has to be sent UPS ORMD. If I install that LiPo on the quad, this can go USPS. Weird little things. If I install the LiPo like this and send another one with it, now it has to go UPS. If I send you just a LiPo, it has to go UPS. Little weird idiosyncrasies as far as the shipping rules go, and they both got burned at like the same time about it. So yeah, it's such odd spam too. Yeah, I know, it's really weird. And you know who comments the first on all my freaking videos I upload? Spam. It's always spam. Bob Noxious, what is going on? How are you doing today? Female name on an FPV stream is automatically a red flag. Judging by my analytics, you would be 100% correct. Let's take a stroll through the analytics. I don't pay attention to the analytics too much, and when I do, it usually really bothers me. Let's see. This is getting a lot better. Watch time from subscribers. 55% of you are not subbed. 44% of you are. That is a huge improvement over a year ago. It was like 83% were subscribers. That's cool. All right, here we go. Yeah, this pretty much sums it up right here. Age and gender. Female. 100% are male. Why wouldn't it be? But this is another interesting thing here is the age range, and this kind of makes sense to me because from 25 to 34, wait, how's this work out? 25 to 34, you have time and no money. 35 to 44, you have some time and some money, and 45 to 54, you have money and no time, typically. So it's always interesting how it breaks out. And then, yeah, there's, yeah. I don't know if I should show that stuff or not. You know what? I don't give a shit. Yeah. Anyways, Bob Noxious. Today we're talking about the FAA and RDQ going at it in court. You can listen to the recorded stream of the comments. I highly recommend everybody watching this listen to that sometime today. All money that comes in from Super Chats and PayPal today on my live stream, I will match what you donate and make a donation to Race Day Quads' GoFundMe to fight the FAA and keep us flying semi-free. Because this is important to anybody here. And I challenge Joshua Bardwell and Aaron Ciotti to do the same thing. Match what comes in for your Super Chats for today and donate to their GoFundMe, because they definitely rely on it way more than I do. Tony Hernandez, how you doing this morning? Tony Hernandez, as always, a contributor over on the Discord. He's one of my Discordians. Thank you so much. If you want to be in the Cool Kids Club here, again, go to tweetfv.com, click that Patreon link, and hook a brother up. We're going to give away the Sub250 crate here in about 30 minutes. If you haven't signed up for that, you can either join my Patreon and get the link there, or you can go find it in the video of the unboxing, because that's another place where I keep it, or that's where I try and do too many things at once here. If you're on Patreon, I post the link. You just click on it and go. If you're Gen Pop, you got to go find it in the video. Good luck. I made it a lot easier this week, or this month. And if you want to join that Patreon, there you go. There's the link. That'll get you in. $2 a month is as low as I go, and it's a direct supporting me and everybody else, and everything that comes in here goes right back into the channel in the form of content and giveaways and, you know, the like. Athex says eDrone is a channel on YouTube. Look at his community post. He has a vendor post. Athex, you have just earned yourself a moderator status because I kind of need your help. Post a link, my friend, please. For me, Banggood can be pretty bad. I had issues with Flywoo when the LR4 first came out. Yeah, we were talking about the LR4 yesterday. That V1 was a hot mess doing DJI MSP over soft serial. Not a good idea. I am finally getting around to setting up my V2 Flywoo Explorer. This one came with the Nebula Pro. I mean, that's how old this thing is. And the F7 16x16 stack. Finally getting around to setting that guy up. Plan on doing some long-range flights this holidays. Yeah, stopped heating. If it stopped heating... Yeah, obviously restart your printer because there are some certain fault scenarios that the process will go into where they won't heat the hot end because they've tripped a fault. I'm assuming you already did that, but I would just buy another heater cartridge if you can find it. Yeah, I just buy another heater cartridge, or buy a whole hot end so you'll have the parts left over. But just keep in mind, like a standard. Finding a genuine E3D V6 hot end anywhere other than like, oh god, I can't remember the retailer, the US retailer for E3D, but other than buying it through them, you're probably going to get a clone. It's sad to say. Hype trains are great motors. But hype trains were great motors when they came out. I think that the technology has... I mean, those motors are, what, 4 or 5 years old? They've done very little revision to them. But they were good motors. They were way better motors than they should have been for the time. Bob Noxious says, I got a question on Ghost. Okay. RSSI in dB. When should I be worried about losing signal? Negative 106 dB went out half a mile. Then negative... went out half a mile, and with RSSI at negative 80, go the same distance with Archer RSSI in 150 or in 50s. All right, let me decode this here. When I worried about losing signal at negative 106 dB, went out half a mile with RSSI at negative 80. Go the same distance, Archer in 50s. Does Ghost do LQ? Because I like watching dB numbers don't really mean a whole lot to me when I'm flying. It's kind of like watching your pack voltage. Like I gotta have the average cell because I can't be doing the math in my head. You know, dividing by 4 or 6. It's a lot of work for me. And I have no experience with Ghost. I have never used Ghost. All the Ghost stuff I have has Express LRS on it, unfortunately. Yeah, I really don't. Let's see. Let's see if I can help you out here. See, 106 decibels is 2.5 milliwatts. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I don't know the answer to that one. It's one of those things where I always watch my RSSI and my LQ. LQ is kind of like the quality of the signal going back and forth, whereas the RSSI is like how much noise there is going between the two, and it's kind of a balancing act between the two. But you can't really compare RSSI from one type of receiver to another. Like an RSSI of 50 on an Archer is going to be a completely different game than an RSSI of 50 on Ghost because of the way they handle the packets on either end. But yeah, that's just kind of my take on it. It's one of those things where I assume Ghost has a range check option, and that's kind of how I get like a rough estimation of how far I can fly. Like I think FRSky, the range check is 1/10 the output power. I'll set my quad up on a fence post, hit range check, and I just walk away till I lose my signal or lose connection, and I just take that and I figure I figure out what 10 times out is and go, all right, that's bullshit. That's not going to work. And then I do like half of that, which is usually a pretty long distance. But as soon as you put a tree, humidity, a block wall, grass, people, dogs, if you're standing, you have your radio up here versus down by your waist, all that stuff makes a huge difference as far as how far you can go. And you'll see that your RSSI and your dB will drop off fast. dB is logarithmic, so is it like go by 4 or something like that? Or is it 6? I can't remember. But you'll watch dB go, just roll right off real quick, and then it gets slower to reduce as you go out, and it's because it's logarithmic. Yeah, I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question there. There's a lot on that question. Hit me up over on Discord, and we can talk about it a little bit further and get a little more specifics about it. Athex says, Rotor Riot seems to be less edgy following the flight test vid. The only thing I got from Rotor Riot is my $100 Fart Shark JB exclusive t-shirt. Yeah, flight test 5, yeah. CNHL just sent me a dozen 6S pack in an unmarked USPS box. I thought that was weird. It is weird, and it's wrong. But, hey, it made it to you, and nobody died, I assume. Lawbart sent me... oh, jeez, it's just... YouTube just did a thing. Dang it. Nope, I remember reading that. I remember that. Bango just sorted all my issues. Okay, 3... No, I think I read that. Crowley sent me a new main board after I bricked it and bought it from Banggood. Same printer, but didn't want to push my luck with Banggood and Creality. Came good. Awesome. Get FV is always out of stock. That's weird. If you're watching, you might as well subscribe. That is weird. You might as well. Yeah, there are retailers that send batteries through USPS. There may also be some other stipulations in there, but for the most part, like I just got lipos from Newbie Drone. Yeah, Newbie Drone. Hang on, sir. Yeah, Newbie Drone, lipos, priority mail. Unless I'm wrong about this, I've done quite a bit of research into what can be shipped where and how, because I do send stuff everywhere. Free shipping, nothing about ground. And like the few things I've gotten through USPS that had been shipped that have lipos in them, they always have a big ass sticker on the side that says lithium polymer batteries inside. Right. Whoa, we're talking about age groups. Well, we were way back. 3% watching us like the stream. Hey. Yeah, what the heck, guys? Keith Drones, $4.99. Thank you, Dan and Tyler. Yeah, no problem, man. Both of us are service members. Tyler has a much cooler job than I do, but, you know, it is what it is. Mike Bergman, Gen Pop. Yeah, that's what we call the people that work where I work. We are Gen Pop. Crabtree FB, send me a message about shipping label for JB Frame. Happy birthday. Cool. Where do you get rid of your old LiPo batteries? I usually throw them in the fire. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. But here's the right place to take your old LiPo batteries is discharge them and take them to Best Buy. Hobby Howie. If you're in the US, Best Buy will take back lithium batteries. I believe Home Depot and Lowe's will do it as well. Just make sure they're discharged before you do it. Mike Bergman, you just had your birthday on the 16th. Nope, not me. I don't know who you're talking about. How do I find email? And new tab. All right, cool. All right, I think this is what Aethix was talking about. Maybe not. What's your preferred subscription service? FAAcrate.com. Let's see, back to the chat. Okay, so I have some new patron members. So up here in the list, we have Sean Williams. Thank you so much for joining the patrons. And we have a level up, somebody who went from a lower tier to a higher tier. Kind FEV. Thank you so much for the support. It's greatly appreciated. These guys up here are, and I'm assuming, you folks up there are the ones that keep this whole thing going for sure. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Brad Makebeans, don't compare Archer's RSA to Ghost's RSSI DBM now. There are two totally different factors. Has anybody tried presets in Betaflight 10.843? I have not. I've just started looking at them, and I haven't really found anything. Well, actually, I haven't done any flying in the last week, just because the weather's been kind of crap. Brian Huff, thank you for the $19.99 super chat. Very much appreciated. And like I said earlier, if you guys are just tuning in, everything that comes in Super Chat or through PayPal today, I will match and donate to the GoFundMe for Race Day Quads to fight for our right to fly drones, fly our toys in our own backyards and anywhere else. Brad McBean says LQ is what I pay attention to. RSSI is, and YouTube did the stupid jumpy thing. Screw YouTube. All right, LQ is what I pay attention to. RSSI is useful to know. Expected range given 0 interference. You lose about 6 dB for every double distance you travel. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 6 or 4. It's 6. That's why, so the milliwatt rating on a VTX is all marketing BS. It's not marketing BS, but it's a marketing number. So if you get a VTX that's 25 milliwatts and then there's one that's 100. Oh, that's double the distance. It's not. It is not. You start breaking it down in terms of dB, and it's all logarithmic, and that's when it starts to make sense, and you can really understand what it is that you're actually getting into. All right, it is 11:20 here where I'm at. 11:30. I'll go ahead and spin the wheel for this Sub250 crate for the month of November. Again, the crate is some stickers, a coupon that's expired, a couple sets of props, and 4 of these 2004 4,000 kV motors. These are 12 by 12 mounting. I really like the finish on these. They're very, very smooth motors. They're not the lightest in the world. I think it's a 1.5 millimeter prop shaft. They're not the highest end motors, obviously. It's in a subscription crate, but they are motors nonetheless, and they go vroom vroom to make your quad do the buzzy thing that makes your neighbors hate you. If you haven't gotten in on that, you can either find the link over on Patreon if you sign up, or go to the video where I unbox this and find the link in the video. Currently, we have 39 people signed up. wow. Compared to when I was just putting the link in the video description, I was getting at least 100 people, just drive-bys, but you actually got to work for it now. And I like that. I like making you guys work a little bit for it, because why not? I know some of you guys hate it, but whatever. LS, and you can't buy batteries from race day quads. Sure you can. Why does no one use zip ties instead of battery straps? Because zip ties, they break, they stretch, and it's wasteful. It's one-time use, you know. And I don't think so zip ties, they stretch, but they don't rebound, where lipo strap does have a little bit of a to it, and that allows you to actually like strap things down, actually get tension on, put them under tension. That, and you know, it's just wasteful having to clip a zip tie every time. And I don't know, I mean, the industry I'm in, zip ties will do one thing and one thing only, and that's let you down. Yeah, and zip ties crack when they're cold, you know. They're not resistant to UV light. The black ones are more just because of the pigments that go into them. Yeah. Divergent drones, enjoying a cold Sunday. I think it is probably 66 degrees out here. It looks cold outside, but it's not. Yep, they still send lipos priority. That's on them, what they want to do. Or maybe I'm wrong. I've looked into it maybe a year ago, and when everybody started shipping lipos through ground. When they say ground, that usually means UPS. Need to get the rest of my Christmas shopping done. Whew, Tony, good luck, man. You're doing it wrong, but hey, it's out there. Mike Bergen, gotta watch those lipo shipments. Ever seen what lipos can do to an airplane at 30,000 feet? Yeah, that would be bad. That's why when you fly with lipos, you have to carry them in the cabin on you. That way, if something does happen, they have ways of mitigating the fire. I don't know if they have ways of jettisoning them, but they have ways of dealing with it if it's in the plane. If it's under the plane, you are all just straight up. And that's a bad time. Not that it will matter to you afterwards. If they don't charge sales tax, then they will send lipos USPS. Interesting correlation there. When I was in Italy, Nui Drone was the only vendor that would send me batteries. Weird. Sorry, I was slowly smashing. I stab my old lipos. Yeah, I charge as much as you want and then stab them. Yeah, if you want that nice fireball effect. Really, Athex, they stopped taking... Wait, Athex, you're in Kazakhstan, right? I wonder if it's... No, wait, you don't have... Wait, you do have Best Buy. Pretty sure Athex is in Canada. You're in Canada, right? I wonder if it's just a Canadian one, because I took lipos back to Best Buy not too long ago. They just have a bin sitting in the vestibule. You just toss them in and walk out. They quit taking TVs for free here. If they're over 19 inches, they charge now, I think. Although I took a laptop and they were just like, throw it in the bin. I think they were supposed to charge me. I don't know. It depends on where you go. Robbie Store, any ideas? Any idea what would make a flight controller after connecting to Betaflight go straight into the CLI command with no other Betaflight options? Yes, it doesn't have Betaflight flash to it. That is the only reason I know of. If you have a flight controller with like Clean Flight or Flight One or iNav or eMove Flight on it and you connect it to Betaflight, it will go right to the CLI to allow you to basically put in bootloader mode. That's all I know of. Unless there was just a bad flash on it. I don't know if it'll do that, but that's when I've seen it. Just making sure you got the $19.99 super chat. Yes, Brian Huff, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And the whole of FPV appreciates it too. That was linked to his channel. Couldn't access the exact link to his poll. Okay, thank you. Gonna get a bunch of new patrons with this whole kit giveaway. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really gotten any. So what it starts as referring to is my my monthly giveaway. I host it over on Patreon. It's open to anybody who can get a hold of the link. This is what I'm giving away this month. A Ishin Shadow Fiend 4-inch long-range HD quad with a Nebula Nano. A TransQX7 running Freedom Edge TX Express OS 2.4 gigahertz module. And a set of the one, the only DJI FEV digital goggles with the iFlight crystal patches, omnidirectional antennas, and the receivers installed in the quad, bound up, ready to go. You just got to learn the switches. All you need to provide is power and a charger, and you are off to the races. If you want to get an early access link to that, become one of these guys, and you'll get in on the list to win that. Let's see how many people I have actually signed up for that. Prepare to have your socks knocked off. I only have 31. You have a 1 in 31 chance of getting that at this time. That I will be doing a live stream for on January 2nd. I won't be in town for the 26th, so it will be done on the 2nd. So if you want to get on that, you know where to go. Oh boy. It's 11:26. We're getting real close to spinning the wheel for this thing. Still only 39 people entered. If you want to enter in on this, either do the Patreon thing or find it in the video. Was it 2 weeks ago? Oh, okay, so 4 times the distance to double the distance of VTX. But why is it 6 times? You know, that's a discussion for Discord. Or some I just need to look up. I'm bad with numbers. Bob Noxious says, I'm used to Archer receivers and learning a new system, which is nothing like what I'm used to, yeah. It seems like every system is very different from other ones. I don't have to work for it, just become a patron. That's right, Speedy Turtle. That's the spirit. Have you played with a 4.3 nightly? Yes, I have. I've been running 4.3 for about 6-7 months now. I've had only one issue with it. I don't know if I had a quad fly away that I couldn't disarm. I was running nightly Express ELRS way back in the day, nightly OpenTX, and nightly Betaflight, and it kind of flew away. I don't know what did it, but I haven't had any issues since. It's more fun working for a giveaway. Yeah, go for it, man. Good luck. Ghost ELRS is going to make a nerd out of you. Y'all, it will. Stream should be much more popular. Very crisp and entertaining. Yeah, thanks, Crabtree. I appreciate that. I don't know. What do you guys like this overlay stream thing that I do, or do you like the traditional just like all screen thing? The reason why I do this with the chat here is YouTube never saves my chat history. And if you do anything to the video in post, you lose all of the chat that's down the bottom here. So that's why I do this. I like this. Actually, this stuff here happens faster than what I see in YouTube Studio. I don't know how, but that's faster. No zip ties in aviation. Why not? Not like you have to be on that panel. Because, so we don't do zip ties. We do nylon lacing to tie up wire bundles, because zip ties will break. They always break. You'll find them inside wire bundles, cutting up wires. You'll find them wrapped around flight controls. They're not very resistant to chemicals and heat. So we use, I think it's like a aramid nylon lacing rope. It's damn near indestructible stuff. It's harder to do because you gotta know how to tie it correctly, otherwise it just pops off. But for the most part, we don't use zip ties. Very little. Definitely not anywhere where there's flight controls. We do use them in engine bays because there are high temp zip ties that work. But yeah. Why does the FAA challenge a hobby of drones? They challenge it because they want they want to regulate the airspace from the tops of the blades of grass to the moon. And this all started when retail, like if you have UPS, Amazon, Pizza Hut, FedEx in where you're at, they want to do drone deliveries. It's a wild, stupid idea that is wholly unpractical, but they want to have basically unmanned, unmonitored drones delivering packages to you because it could save them a shitload of money. Sorry, it's one of those days. My wife's a pilot. It terrifies her that there could be a delivery drone flying around that is unmanned and outside of the line of sight of anybody operating it, where you may have one person monitoring 100 drones in a control room. It's going to take one accident where they take down a manned aircraft and kill a bunch of people. If this doesn't get stopped now, that's going to be the next step that stops this shit. And the problem is, it's not going to stop the unmanned delivery drones. It's going to stop everything. In this country right now, what is in jeopardy is if you build a balsa flyer and you want to fly it in your backyard with your kid, you will not be able to do it without fitting it with remote identification equipment to stay legal. Obviously, we're talking staying above the board and doing things legally. Clearly, I think the vast majority of us are just going to say and go out and do what we've been doing because most of us are flying illegally anyways. But yeah, anyways. Just a quick summary, but you can go to that GoFundMe at the bottom. You'll find a lot of information there. And I'm just talking about just the tip of the iceberg there. Bob Noxious branding baked beans, just got a new radio. Planning on getting into Express ORS with it. Good for you. That's the way you should go. Athix is in SC. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I thought you were not gonna stand. Powerful lobbying groups funded by commerce giant drone delivery hopefuls. Yeah, and like even shielded operations. So shielded operations says, hey, look, I have 100-foot oak trees all around my property. Clearly, there's not going to be an airplane in there. If there is, we have a lot of other freaking issues to deal with. I still can't fly there. Like, common sense, guys. They don't want common sense. Self-kakalaki. YouTube just did the dumb jumpy thing. Okay, guys, it is 10:30. Let's do this wheel spinny thing. Let's set this up. I need a time between 10 and 50. Closing the responses now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Sorry, guys. I'll get you next time. Again, like I said, if you want the easy sit back, don't do anything way of getting that link for the giveaway, do this thing. 2fb.com. Go to the bottom. Patreon link. And then a bunch of other links. All right, guys. I need to remember where I was at. Hey, sweetie. One of the rescue pups. Yeah, he's a good girl. She doesn't care if I fly drones. They don't bother her anymore. Broken her. Wanna go outside? Okay, we're gonna go outside. Always time for doggo interruptions. Let's see. Rob Logan Jr. got on there with a 2 and a 3 for 23. Here we go. Customize. I'm gonna go 23 to 3. All right, guys. Good luck. Thank you so much for your support. And who shall be the winner today? My girl. I believe it's going to be Bob Noxious, FPV. Congratulations. I have your information. I will reach out to you, or you can send me an email if you want to be proactive. tweetfpv@gmail.com. And this is why I do the Google Forms, because to do this, you have to put your email address in there. I was sick of having piles of giveaways where people just didn't get back to me because they weren't watching the live stream. So this helps out. Bob Noxious, congratulations. You won yourself this FPV crate. 4 motors, 3 props, some stickers, and a expired coupon. Congratulations, my friend. If you guys want to get a hold of one of these for yourself, go to fevcrate.com. Please click the link in the video description. That gives me a cut. It's affiliate, whatever, you know. Yeah, congratulations. These are awesome. I love the Sub250 crate. The 5-inch crate, it was good, but there was a lot of fluff and filler in there, like quad stands or junk screwdrivers, or, I mean, well, this isn't junk, but I like this. This is, you know, like a magnetic parts tray, things like that. Like there's filler in there to kind of get the value up in it, where this is direct to the point. One thing I don't like about the Sub250 crate is they stopped including FPV parts, right? Originally it started as, if you use everything in this crate, your quad will be under 250 grams if you use the right LiPo. Then they stopped sending cameras and VTXs because of the popularity of DJI, HD0, or Fart Shark back then, or analog. So they were like, we're not going to include that stuff just in case you don't do analog. But then it becomes very hard to say it's a Sub250 crate. I think they really need to name this to be the FPV light crate and not 250 crate. Just my opinion, but whatever. Moving on. Bob Noxious, congratulations. All right. Darn it. Gotta stop closing windows. Pop out chat. Back to the chat window. Everybody's congratulating Bob, as we all should. Congratulations, Bob. So I lost most of my chat. Oh, nope, there it is. Hang on. There we go. Where we at? Come back. Amazon wants to own the sky. Yes, it does. FAA stuff is all about the money. I believe it is. They hide it under the realm of safety, which I'm calling complete bullshit on. There's never been any safety studies done. Bob Noxious says, I lost my favorite 4-inch rig trying to start the DVR in flight and started DVR playback instead. Well, congratulations, Bob Noxious. You have some new motors for a 4-inch build. Who did? Flying a kite should apply as well. They can't regulate a hot air balloon. So we have to be regulated, but yet you can go out and buy an ultralight, or you can buy you can go out and fly a paramotor, and I don't think there's any regulations to fly that stuff. No licensing at all. It's so freaking weird. All right, I lost a lot of the chat. YouTube just said, no, you're done with it. So I'm just going to pick up where we are. It starts says, have you tried the freestyle preset in 4.3? Any good? No, I haven't tried it. I need to, though. Give me F. Everybody's commenting F. I don't know why. It usually means bad things. The chat's so small you can't read it. No. It looks good to me. Maybe not. I don't know. What is everybody hitting F for? Again, I lost the chat. And I can't rewind my live stream. Yet. Oh wait, no, we did. I just don't know what the F's all about. Whatever. 23, blah blah blah. We're talking about the Doge. That's Sweetie. She's a good little girl. She will lick your face off though. Like her whole goal in life is to lick your face, and it's just like, ugh, stop it. It's useful for restreaming because YouTube doesn't save the chat yet. You know, this layout I could do better with how it handled, like this chat window on the side is kind of tight. There's other overlays that I have that would be better, but they take a long time to set up. Like a long time to set up. I probably got a couple hours into this setup here. All right, congratulations, Bob. Your van's broken. Yuck. I've heard people cracking eggs in the radiator. Don't do that. Just fix it. I don't know what we're talking about, though. Morton, yeah, good job. Oh, man. Oh, big jump there. Morton Upshot, I got the 5-inch sub for my birthday last month. Cool. I sell propane and propane accessories. Boy, people I work with, they're so young, they don't even know what that's about. The expired coupon is the favorite part of this month. Yeah, that coupon was expired basically like shortly after I got the box. Just the shipping kind of get a little slow. Can you solder on a whoop? Oh, yeah, you're asking a question. Gotcha. Air taxi soon. Ooh, jeez. Added the DVR. I added the DVR with bitrate captions. The link is in the description. Reply to your comment. That's for Tommy Lays from Brandon. Facebook question, Crabtree Anderson. Do you have a preferred ultralight? I like the 250. If we're talking 5-inch light, is that what we're talking about? I like the 250, but you know, you can take a really good frame and you can ruin the build with bad parts. So if you're trying to do a good ultralight or a good build of any, like big 5-inch builds, you can get away with using shit parts and you know, you'll get decent performance out of it. But if you're going for a very specific build, like X-Class, super light, anything that's got a purpose built, Cinewhoops, you gotta build them with a formula. You gotta build it with the right parts, the right combination of parts. Has anyone tried the new RunCam Split HD for DJI? It says it starts. I haven't seen anybody, but I have one on the way. Whenever they ship it, I am super interested in that, because for some reason they say it records at 2.7K. No idea how they're doing that. So we'll see. Yeah, but it's basically a DVR for a Vista. It also works with the air unit too. Just clarify that. It basically takes the MIPI connector from the camera, goes into the DVR, out of the DVR, back into the Vista or the air unit. It just intercepts it. I know in the early days of DVRs, it would really screw up the video quality going back to your goggles. Like it would just attenuate the signal. It really sucked. Athex, yep, lost Tiny Trainer in a swamp. Still didn't find it. Right now is probably the time to go look for it. All the foliage is kind of down. Let's see. Bought the ELRS board. Oh boy, I'm behind it. I'll call after the stream. It's stop watching Saturday. Had to stop watching Saturday for that reason. Stressed me out. I don't know what we're talking about here. I believe Brandon Baked Beans uses the V2. Yes, Yachty goes down the rabbit hole and he does not come out for air for at least 10 to 15 minutes. But then again, he streams for like 6 hours at a time. I try not to get back that far behind, but it happens, you guys. I see a lot of live streamers who just don't even look at the chat at all. They just look at super chats. You know who you are. Yeah, I'm the only one that got that. Yeah, if you get the crate and the coupon expires in like a week, like they will hook you up, just because like it is in their best interest to keep you happy, to keep that subscription going. Ultralight airplanes? No, I don't. No. Sorry, thanks. King of the Hill is my favorite. It wasn't my favorite, but I definitely liked it. I definitely appreciated it. But I like it. Yes, Yachty is awesome. So Mike Bergman, there's also at least 30 seconds of delay between when you hit enter and when I see it. At least in my experience. Yeah, V2 are very picky. I've seen so anybody out there flying DJI that aren't using the stock antennas, I've seen most people say, and most testing say, that this is how you want your patches on the bottom, Omnis on the top. This is a set of V1 goggles. For the V2, I don't know. I know they changed the way the RF system works in the goggles. Brandon Baked Beans is finding that he gets much better results if he has, I think, one patch connected up here and then the other patch down here, an Omni up here and an Omni down here. I don't know what the right answer is. I haven't found a consistent answer on which way to do it on the V2. The V2 also, like the antennas that come with it, are tuned for two frequencies, 2.4 and 5.8, because of the DJI FPV drone ran 2.4 gigahertz link between the controller and the quad, 5.8 for the video. So I've always found that antennas that are tuned for two different frequencies aren't really good at either one. It doesn't mean you can't just throw some good, well-tuned 5.8 gigahertz antennas on all four SMAs. You just can't do that with the drone, the DJI drone. I flew the split way too much latency. Yeah, the splits were really they had a lot of latency. They've gotten a lot better. They're actually pretty good now. Still a lot of size, and the video quality still isn't what I would expect. I'm hoping that DVR board doesn't add any latency, or if it does, just very minimal. Crouchy says, I have a feeling this stream is going to get very popular. We'll see about that. My concurrent viewer count is usually anywhere from like 40 to 60. It's not a ton. Andy Taylor, he's not entertaining. He's actually a little annoying. Yeah. Well, fuck you. Just kidding. Oh, my crazy going with art expired coupons. That sucks. I've bought a few things through FPVcrate.com. They were the only place I could find Tattoo 520. I think it's 520 4S lithium ion batteries for my tiny trainer, and they had the best price too, which was weird. Current JW run the split 4, don't see any latency. Yeah, they've gotten better as they've gone on. I think Cal Kramer reviewed like a very early, like one of the V1s, and they were terrible. But they've gotten better. We must be talking about Ciotti because they're saying hilarious and entertaining, and that can't possibly be me. I've been supporting Ciotti since pretty much day one. I think he's a good voice for the hobby, for the most part. Put Omni on top of the V2. Yeah, so that's been the common wisdom or practice has been the Omni's on top and then the patches on the bottom. But Brandon Baked Beans has shown some video footage which shows that he is definitely getting better by doing top and bottom, Omnis and then patches. I don't remember exactly which way it was. Here it is. Brandon Baked Beans get better range on the V2s if I put the Omnis on the TX ports and the patches on the RX. Brandon Baked Beans, which ones are the TX and which ones are the RX? Again, just for our information here. I believe it's top. If you're looking at the top left and the bottom right are the RX, right? I don't know. Dual band antennas aren't as good. Yeah. I thought Painless 360 did, and then I also thought RC Shim did some antenna testing, but I can't find whether he said it was V1 or V2. If I'm not seeing where it's saying V2, so I'm assuming V1. Oh, you're talking about Gal Kramer. Gotcha. There we go. Thank you so much, Dial Up. hooking a brother up. Here we go. Here is the reference. DJI Goggly Goose. These are the V2s. This is RX, and this is an RX. This is TX, and this is a TX. And I believe on the V1s, it was not this way. It was, these two were RX, and these two were TX or something like that. I don't remember. DJI changing stuff. Very little documentation, very little information. Andy Taylor, I just don't relate like I do with Tweet and JP. Oh, okay. Well, Andy, you know, that's the great thing about the world we live in now is like you can fill your life with the things that you like and pretty much shut out the things you don't. And it's awesome. Like, I get no news in any of my media. It's freaking great. Local stuff, that's about it. Bob Doctor says freestyle is what I love the most, but I do like putzing around too. Guys, I made this this proclamation last week, and I'll do it again. Go out, go try racing. It will make you a better pilot in just about every aspect, and it's a ton of fun. You automatically have people to fly with because it's racing. You know, it's a good way to meet people to fly with. I find that a lot of racing pilots do not do freestyle; they just race. It's like it's a one and that's it. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end of the stream here. As a reminder, every bit of super chatty that comes in, I will match that amount and donate to the Race Day Quads versus the FAA court case over here on GoFundMe. They need the money. We need them to win. Or we need... not even... A win would be great. I don't know what a win looks like. A win would probably just go back to the drawing board and redo the NPRM or whatever they call it. But the way it stands cannot pass, cannot stay. It will not work. Will not work for us. But yeah, every bit comes in, we'll go to them. Don't donate to me. Donate directly to them. YouTube takes a cut. But whatever comes in, and I'm not even going to count whatever YouTube pulls out of it, I will match. And I challenge Joshua Bardwell and Aaron Ciotti. You should do the same thing. You should be doing the same thing. I know Bardwell probably already donated. He's probably this $2,000 anonymous donator, but whatever. I think it's just a way to get the message out that things are happening, things are working, this stuff is proceeding forward. It isn't just stalled out. I know court, litigation, all that stuff takes for freaking ever to do anything. It is going on. It is happening. Listen to the comments. It's 20, 30 minutes of listening to it is 100% worth it. It will give you a perspective of what is actually going on now. Yeah, we get confused sometimes. Oh, man. Patches bottom left and top right, Omnis on the others. Oscar Liang has all sorts of info about DJI. Also has a lot of affiliate links. Here we go. Here's the V1 goggles. Antennas, TX and RX, TX RX, TX and RX, RX only. That is a much, much different setup than the V2s. That is very different. Interesting. The more you know. Rainbow. Sorry, that's things that go through my head. V2 is Mimo, and V1 is diversity. Yep. EDOC, I try to do both racing and freestyle, but I lack the creativity to make interesting freestyle edits. That's where I'm at. I don't have the creative bone in my body to do that, to make a cool edit. That's why you don't see a whole lot of like flight video edits from me. It's just like, I don't find my flights all that interesting. Maybe you will. I don't know. I'll probably put some up through the holidays, so I need some content while I'm gone, just because, I don't know. If it does stand mass compliance, mass non-compliance is the only way forward. I'm saying if they lose, yeah. That is one way to do it. My local race group made it mandatory to have drone insurance and group membership. I said, have fun, see it. Yeah, most race organizations make you be a FAA an AMA member, just because that's what covers them for insurance. Dan Richmond says, I've raced in Velocity Drone, maybe a much better freestyle pilot. Exactly. Yeah, AMA membership is almost always required at races. It's just the only way they can do insurance. On Thursday, Ken Heron's channel donated over 2,500 Super Chat money to the tornado victims. That's awesome. That is awesome. Bob Noxious never been in the sim. I'm not a big fan of the Sims. I need to get back in there and try it again. I don't know. I have the space where if I want to go fly, I just go fly. But I know not everybody has that. Bad thing, FAA are under a dime. Yeah. Tomes, wish you luck fighting the FAA. Happy Christmas to all. Yeah, thanks to you. Thank you, and same to you, my friend. Jeez, words, tough. Need more coffee. All right, guys. Hey, maybe you guys should kind of peg Bardwell to, do something about this. AMA membership automatically insures you. Yes, as long as you're complying with their regulations or their community guidelines, it automatically covers you. Yep. And House FPV wants to remind you to hit that like button. I would appreciate it too. Also, head over to tweetfpv.com. Remember, doing a super awesome, badass giveaway thing. All this ready to fly, long range DJI setup on ELRS, everything but the charger and the LiPo. If you want to get the link early, you know how to do it. The sim will teach you to rebuild. It will not. It will not. Also, don't simulate the simulator. Don't simulate the simulator. Activate arming. Make it so you have to arm. Make it have to use the flip switch. All that stuff. All right. Let's see. And if you want to continue the chat, obviously go over to Discord. Lots of cool people over there. Mechanic Simulator 2000. I don't need drone insurance or baseball insurance. Pass. No, you don't. You don't until you do. That's the problem with insurance. It's like you pay into it for years. You never really seem to get what you put into it out of it. I wish you could forego having insurance, but just know that it's your responsibility if something happens. I don't know. All right, folks. That's coming up to the end here. Thank you all so much for coming out. Please like, subscribe. Go to TweetFV if you want to get some grips. I'll be shutting the store down for about 2 weeks. So if you want to get them in, get them in. Otherwise, we'll see you again next year. There'll be no live stream this Sunday. We will be back, or I'll be back on the 2nd of January next year. We'll see you next year. We'll do the giveaway for the DJI Ready to Fly bundle, and we'll see you all there. Thanks for coming out, and thanks for making this a awesome live stream. This is the highlight of my week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time. And remember, guys, stay positive. See you next time.